You have found Vagina Whispering, where we talk about everything from vaginas and orgasms to femininity, connection and love, intimacy, pleasure, intuition, menopause, and so much more. This is a safe place to have real conversations and make real connections. We're going to have a great time. We're going to laugh a lot, and we are going to fall in love with ourselves again. A quick note before we begin, the information we present here is educational in nature and is not medical or psychological advice, nor is it a substitute for seeking licensed healthcare services. Okay, let's drop you into the conversation. Hi.
Hello.
So I'm just going to start here with a little Noelle is having a rough morning. Yeah, and do you want to talk about it?
Oh, sure. So I have a friend, we were like inseparable for a couple of years of high school. My father had just married my stepmother, and we all moved in together in this whole new area of New Jersey. This girl and a friend of hers walk up to our front door, or within the first week. Do you have anybody my age? And I was like, oh, hi. And then she became my best friend. And I spent so much time in her house, sleeping over, eating dinner. Her parents were just these warm, welcoming, oh yeah, stay. Beautiful Italian family. Yeah, Andrea and I stopped being friends senior year. I'm still not really clear on exactly what happened, but I had the experience of feeling a bit dumped. And then I
Mhm.
didn't really see her parents until she got married several years later. But I've not been great about staying in touch with a lot of people. But the last couple of visits back to New Jersey to visit friends and family, I've stopped by to see them, and they went on a cruise that left out of San Diego, and they came 2 days early just to spend some extra time with me.
Oh,
There's a real heart connection, even if we didn't have a lot of communication for a very long time. The dad passed, I think it was in November, this past November, December time. And I didn't go back because I talked to him on the phone right before he passed. It's tricky to go back for a funeral
yeah,
because that person isn't there. They're
right.
around, certainly.
Yeah,
But if you want to spend
physical
time with
form.
family, yeah, they're just consumed by putting on a funeral or celebration. And I was just in the last week planning my next trip back to New Jersey and thinking I would go like in May, and then got a text from my friend that her mom had a stroke yesterday, and it wasn't the operable kind. And I'm not up on strokes. I didn't really know much. And then just I was out on my walk this morning, and I'm sharing that for a reason. And anyway, I was just thinking, oh, let me send her healing energy. And then my friend is saying, I think they were going to put her in hospice and she just doesn't want her to suffer. So it seems clear she's not recovering. As I start to send the energy, the dad comes in and I see him, and which is pretty cool. And they're a very Catholic family. Mediumship is not part of their repertoire. But
Uh,
since the dad passed, I've gotten a few messages, and I try to be so careful, as I'm sure you probably do too. Hey, if I pick up on something, do you want me to share it? Not that I have, because I don't want to create the dangling mystery, that obligates somebody to, of course I want to, if you're telling me, of course I want to say yes. But anyway, so there was lots of going back and forth with texting, and then some conversation with the mom.
you had a conversation with
Oh,
the
in
mom.
telepathically with the mom.
Correct. She
Yeah,
has not passed yet.
correct. I don't think
Mhm.
she's so much in her body.
Yeah.
And as we're teasing things out, there were a few questions she had. She adopted her children, and she wanted to give them like four basic principles. And she was afraid that those things like security would leave if she left.
Mm,
So I share all of this with my friend so she can process and then share with her mom. No, it's good. I've got this. And I've got
hmm.
this piece and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then it just boils down to this question of she feels like she didn't do enough. Did she do enough? Did she do enough? And as I'm saying, oh, you did enough. You
Hmm.
really, and I just kept repeating it, just felt like what she wanted to hear. And then I passed by this silly thing on the sidewalk that's two pieces of stuff that fell off the trees, but it looks like a smiley face. I'll show you the picture. I don't even normally notice that kind of stuff.
Totally. Yep.
So it's
There's a
like,
little silly smiley
imagine,
face.
yeah, two little, they're not acorns, but let's say two little acorns and then some pod thing that looks like a smile. So I take a picture because it seems important.
Yeah.
And anyway, and then I keep walking and then, still texting a little bit, whatever I'm getting. I start hearing Mama, I'm Coming Home by Ozzy Osbourne. I just heard
Mm.
yesterday how emotional his last concert was as he was singing that song. Everybody was crying.
Oh.
And so I start hearing that song, not meaning to, but it comes to me.
Hmm.
And then I come across a woman who was wearing this t-shirt. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I
Calif-
may live in California, but I'll always be a Jersey girl. And I'm like, and I've never seen this woman before, and I haven't seen that T-shirt in forever. So I stop her. Oh, are you from New Jersey? And we're chatting for just a moment, and so I take a picture of that. Like, I'm not one to frantically look for signs, even if I'm feeling desperate for validation about something. I text my friend the thing I see on the sidewalk with the smiley face, and she tells me that she always looks for things in nature.
Oh,
So I'm glad I sent it. And I was like, thanks, great, this was for you. And it's just so powerful and amazing that it could be such a tragic time that these messages of love are coming through. And I'm so clear that her husband has been like waiting for her. He's
yeah.
telling her it's okay, the kids are going to be okay, and she's ready to go. It's sad and beautiful at the same time. So yeah, that's certainly all of my energy is like in all of that at this moment. Yeah,
It's sad and beautiful. That's like the hardest thing to remember, I think, about death is not sad for the person who's dying.
yeah.
It's the most beautiful
Mm,
step. It's the most beautiful thing. They get to go back.
yeah.
They leave. They like let go of the heaviness of our world. And not to say that life has to be heavy, but our the fact of living in a body is heavy. The concept of being in cellular form, it's heavy, it's dense, there's gravity, there's pull.
Yeah.
Man, she gets to fly really soon.
Yeah. You
Okay.
remind me the first thing the husband was telling me, she wants to go home. And she's
Mhm.
been in assisted living since her husband passed.
Mm.
I could feel when I double checked, wait, do you mean back to the house? And it was like, no,
Mm-mm. Yeah.
she was ready. She's ready.
Mhm.
And it's considered home in the biggest sense of that word.
Yeah.
So, dealing with what may seem like unfinished business, like a mom who's almost 90 who has poured her life into her children, who still is grappling with, did I do enough? Did I do, it's
Mm.
just, and I think a lot of people have those, hey, this was my mission. This was my sense of purpose. Did I complete
Yeah.
it?
I don't know if I want to call it a fear or how I would describe it, but I had this emotion. It was a couple of months ago, and we may have talked about it, where I realized that for me, I'm not sure of my purpose right now. I'm actually very much trying to figure my life out right now. Perimenopause has taken over, and I feel a midlife crisis and all of this stuff. But the one thing that came through, and it reminds me of why it's so important that your friend is going through this and saying, did I do enough? Did I do enough? Because it is my concern that I will not leave enough for my daughter. Did I do enough for her? If I were to leave now, I'm not worried about me. I know what happens when we die. Whew. I'm not worried about me one bit. Now, would I miss my daughter to pieces if something happened? Oh my gosh, I would be like, no, there's so much that I still want to do with that little being.
Yeah.
And yet, I don't worry about me when I leave this earth. And so I understand why your friend's mom is feeling that way.
Yeah.
It's because there is this bond that you just can't, whether you're adopted or not, doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
It is being a mom. It's being a mom to anything. It's being a mom to Cupcake. It's that pull of just, am I doing enough? And that's something that you can only do what you can do. She did everything she could, and now she gets to let go.
Yeah.
But telling your friend Andrea what her mom is worried about, if she's open to it, is beautiful because then she does have the freedom to sit next to her mom and hold her hand and say, you did enough. You did more than enough, mom. It's time for you to go home.
Yeah.
Time for you to go home. And that is freeing. My mom worked hospice for many years, and
Yeah.
that's the reason people hang on is often because of everyone else. And as soon as that one person says, you're good to go, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna miss you terribly, but I'm gonna be okay. That's when they die. It's when they let go and they're like, okay, whew, I'm good to go now.
Yeah.
Happens all the time. We all know that.
Yeah.
It's not the first time we've heard that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you're going through this.
Oh, I'm okay. I feel confident. And they told me, I feel weird saying their name.
And then
Anyway,
don't.
I'll just say Mama and Papa B told me that they're going to be around. I think that t-shirt, that was for me. And I felt really special that they thought ahead to have that woman put that t-shirt on for her walk and walk some other way at some other time
Hmm.
that I would have even run into her.
Yeah.
That made me feel cared about and loved. And Mama B said that I was part of their psychological family.
Psychological family.
That's how
That's
she
cute.
said it. Yeah. So it's the sad and beautiful. It's sad that I'm going to go back and they're not going to be there. But it's beautiful that anytime I could be in touch with them or they could be in touch with me. My friend said to me a couple of months ago that she doesn't listen to my podcast and she's, I'm just not into mediumship. It's nothing personal. I'm just not into mediumship. I'm like, oh, no, I
Mm-hmm.
get it. Anyway, like ever.
Each
But
their
she
own.
actually had, yeah, her sister-in-law is apparently very tuned in and has picked up on things before I did. So she's the one sharing stuff that she has no basis of knowing anything about. So she's teaching them
Perfect.
what mediumship can be, which I freaking love. And after I shared with her the messages that her mom gave, she's like, of course, my mom did more than, but now she knows what to say. And she just thanked me.
Yeah.
Like she really needed that. With Papa B, I had a phone call. He could only, he smiled after I told him how much I loved him and I thanked him for everything. I feel like with her, I told her, like on
Yeah.
my walk. Then I saw the two of them holding hands. He looked a bit younger. When we see people, they look more in their prime to
Yeah.
us. He was already looking that way, and that they were holding hands like he was telling her the kids are going to be okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
And the sister-in-law picked up on that Mama B had two sisters that were nurses. They were
Oh.
waiting on the other side for her.
Mhm. Amazing.
So beautiful.
It reminds me of what I told Teal when my dad died. And I said, you know how we don't get to see him all the time when he's in Iowa? I said,
Mm.
now he
Oh,
can come visit you and he can watch and be part of absolutely everything that you do all the time now. Whenever you want him and whenever he wants to pop in, he's
mm,
here. There's that concept that I used to think of our reality of when you're in one spot here on earth, you're in one spot. You can't be in two spots at once. They can. Dying to Be Me, that book by Anita Moranjori. Is that how you say her last
that's
name?
pretty good, actually. I don't know how
I don't.
exactly how you say it, but that's how it
Yeah.
looks when,
That's how it looks. Yeah.
yeah.
Anywho, I don't love that title of that book, Dying to Be Me. That doesn't feel good, but I get it. And she's the first one that kind of, from my perspective, when I read the book, was like, oh, her father could be in 8,000 different locations at once. It's that concept that we have a hard time with. It's not a physical, it's not
Mm,
an it's an earthly thing. It's not a universal spiritual thing. We can be
mm.
anywhere, always. We can
I
be
agree
everywhere.
with that. Yeah, I hear you. That
Hmm.
makes sense.
So Mama B can be with you and can be with Andrea and can be with her husband and can be with
Yeah. Her
her
son.
14 other
And,
husbands
yeah.
from previous lives, all that stuff.
Grandchildren. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing. She gave me that sense that for her, that was her purpose. There's
Mm,
nothing small about raising two really good people, like really truly raising, and then the impact that they make. And they're both wonderful, and they have kids, and they'll have grandkids. She set them up to have a beautiful lineage. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And I
Death
was
brings it
lucky.
home, doesn't it? Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just feel very lucky to have had them in my life. And I was thanking her because as I was reflecting on it in a way I haven't really before, like sophomore, junior year of high school is a time I moved to a whole new area. I've gone down a lot of different paths in a lot of ways.
Oh, yeah.
And I wasn't headed in a great direction in my previous high school. Who knows? And as much time as I spent with them having pretty much good, clean fun, being accepted by them and having a place to feel pretty at home in their house just gave me so much that I really needed at that time. So they made a huge impact in my life. Even
Mhm.
if it was just for those 2 years, it was lasting in a lot of ways. Now I also feel like I'm supposed to step up because I haven't been around that much. I think I'm supposed to do more for Andrea's birthday. So I set an alarm a week beforehand to do something special because I had a sense they have some kind of rituals with
Mm.
both of their children. And I think Andrew's going to do that for her brother. Maybe he'll do it for her too. But I feel like I'm supposed to do something for her. And now that's on my calendar, repeating for the rest of my life. So I'll see what it is. And I might just ask them what they would like me to do when the time comes. But
Oh.
that felt important to her.
I just saw a box filled with, I can see you connecting to Mama B
Mm.
and simply saying, all right, what do I fill the box with?
Oh, I love that.
And it might be, I don't know, it might be a special cereal. It might be, I would imagine if you just sit there and say, all right, what do you want to send her? Let's go.
Yeah.
She might say a red heart, a sticker of a red
Mm.
heart, or these are things that just meant something to me and her. So these little nods, I don't know, that just, I saw her opening this box of just, how did you know, Noelle? And you're like, I didn't, your mom did.
Just as you started saying that, I was seeing a
Oh, I
little
get
bag
shivers.
of like maybe like smokehouse almonds or something, like a little bag of some
Uh-huh.
kind of special nuts. And I do that for a friend of mine. She has been doing that for me for a long time, like a birthday
Care
box.
package. Uh-huh. Birthday
Care
box. Oh, I
package. Yeah.
love that. A
Yeah.
birthday box.
Yeah. I love that. I'm happy to do that. And I should move the alarm a little bit earlier so I'll give myself a little more time.
Oh, mailing.
Find those
Hmm.
things. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
and finding them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. That just
I,
popped into my head. Mm.
thank you for that.
Mm.
And I will love doing that with her.
Yeah, exactly. Who wouldn't? I actually am like thinking of who. There's
Mm,
a girl who comes into town tomorrow. Her mom passed away. It would be interesting if I could just
mm,
tap in and be like, all right, what should I give her as a little welcome to Tahoe
mm.
package?
I actually, just as you brought that up, what I saw
Mm.
was that you would have the mom pick a restaurant.
I don't know if her mom's ever been here.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know. You mean just for her to go to?
A place that her mom would have picked, kind of thing,
Would
or
have.
a place that her mom would say, "Oh, she will love this place." I
Hmm.
could be wrong, but that was my sense of it was a restaurant.
Yeah, my friend's very much a foodie, so that makes sense.
There we
Mm.
go. Okay.
Yeah, she loves good food. That's, yeah. The reason I hesitated is because there's not a ton of restaurants up here in Tahoe. That's why I
Uh,
was like, oh, uh, you're right, but there's only two that I would choose from.
oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tahoe's really small. Yeah, I love that concept. A birthday box or a tapping. I never really thought about when you give a gift, instead of having to come up with it on your own, because I'm a horrible gift giver. I'm a
Mm.
great gift receiver.
So everybody knows.
Well, I will totally accept your gifts. I'm a really bad gift giver. I have a hard
Mm,
time, and I don't like being like, I would rather just pick something up for someone randomly
mm.
than have to give them a Christmas gift or have to give them a birthday gift. Like, I
Oh,
don't,
yeah,
mm-mm. And
yeah.
yeah, I've never once thought about tapping into their loved ones for
A
the
great idea.
gift.
Yeah.
Well, why
And
haven't we ever thought about that?
I'm totally with you. And I hate that gift pressure also for the holidays.
Gift
What I
pressure.
love
That's what
doing.
that's called.
Yeah.
Gift
Oh,
pressure.
I just made that up, or somebody just
I
gave that to me. But if
love
I
that.
do any sort of traveling here and there and I see something that I'm like, oh, I would love, and then I bring it home, and then when it's holiday time, I send that. I
It's a
love
great
that. I
idea.
did that one year,
Mhm.
and those were the best gifts because it was very organic how it
Yeah.
came about. But I never thought to connect with this friend that I do, that we exchange the boxes. It never occurred to me to talk to her parents. And
No,
I've met her parents, so it wouldn't be that hard to tap in, I don't think. I love
I
that. I love
I
that.
know. I've never it's so
Hmm,
silly, but that is a really fun idea. That's my takeaway for today.
that's a good one.
Death, dying, and gift boxes. That's the title
Yeah,
of our
writing them down.
podcast today. Dying and gift boxes.
Focusing on the beautiful part more than the sad part, to focus on what we have now.
Before learning about this, I'm still really new to this
Mm.
concept of mediumship and just following the signs or even just having an image pop into my head and honoring it for a hot second. I want to make sure that if you're new to this and you're listening, it's not like I get this whole diagram and a movie plays in front of me and it's not all beautiful and colorful. I just saw slide projectors.
Mhm.
This is a long time ago, but where slide projectors used to be like, and then you'd get a pictures. Look it up if you're too young to know what a slide fucking projector is.
Don't tell us how young you are.
Yeah, do not tell me. But it's like that to me. It's a flash, and you are not just sitting
Mm.
and somehow paying attention. You'll miss them. I wonder how many slides are flashed through me during the day that I just completely miss because I'm too much in my own space or thinking
Yeah.
about me or thinking about somebody, not just being open to what my team, my Ohana is telling me, like chink, chink. It's a flash. And other people do see complete movies when they close their eyes or but I don't. When I meditate, I sometimes get that. But yeah, when I'm just out and about, it's just like a quick flash, but
Mm.
we don't pay
Miss it.
attention.
We dismiss it.
We just miss it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Might as well honor it. Might as well say it. Of course, I don't have, actually, I do probably now. I show or I tell most people, like, oh, I just got a picture of blah, blah, blah. I don't
Hmm.
have to tell them it's from my guides. If you are having those images, or if you're starting to pick up on intuitive hits, or if you are feeling a push about something, when you tell someone else, you don't have to say, oh, your aunt just came and told me, or you don't have to say, man, my spirit team is telling me to tell you. You don't have to say that. That gives people more freedom, I think, to just say, hey, I just saw a picture of a tornado. Are you all right?
Yeah.
You don't have to say, oh, my guides just showed me a picture of a tornado and you were in the middle of it. And man, I feel like you've got a lot of shit going on right now. So why don't you tell me your life story? Because I'm an intuitive medium.
Yeah.
And yet you're still giving them, you choose, right? My hands are up here. You choose how you say it.
Yeah. If we're looking at honoring, if somebody in the spirit world is going out of their way to give us a message and an awareness of something, then, and it's all a process. It took me years to be aware, it took me years to be dedicated to following it. It probably took me years to recognize where it's really coming from and how to share that kind of thing. But you could just say, I just had the sense to call you, or I
Hmm.
often will tell people, you've just been on my mind. How are you
Hmm.
doing? I'm not going to say, I keep getting poked to reach out to you. Maybe it's your
Right.
mother. And nobody really cares. I would tell another medium because
Yes.
that's their worldview. But somebody else,
Or friends who completely are in it, like friends who get it, who are like
that's what I mean.
Jen.
Yeah. Other
Hmm.
people that,
Yeah.
have that orientation. But look to my friend Andrea. Like I wouldn't, I might have just said, I'm just getting this sense about this, or I wouldn't have said, your
Hmm.
dad is telling me this. But I know she's open to it now because of
Right.
her sister-in-law. Thank you,
Hmm.
sister-in-law.
A
So
door opened.
now I get to be my much more authentic self by being able to say it. That's the only thing. And yeah, it doesn't matter to me if people believe it. I have friends that have all kinds of belief systems and family members that have very different belief systems than I do. We can
And
all relate in other ways. Mm.
I'm also m not poo-pooing, and I'm not saying don't share it. If you want to say,
Hmm.
hey, my spirit team just gave me a message for you, and you feel comfortable doing that, fantastic. It's all your choice.
Yeah,
However, I am saying that it's okay to also just like you use. I
yeah.
got the sense, I got this feeling that you needed to get a call from me. Or just today, I was walking Teal up to school and I got a very from the librarian. I
Hmm.
just was like, "Ooh," and I just said, "Hey, are you all right?" I was like, "You
Hmm.
have something on your mind?" And she was like, she gave me this look, which is, "I'm fine." I was like, "Okay, just
Hmm.
wanted to check in."
Hmm.
Didn't need to push, didn't need to say, "Are you really sure you're fine?" But she knew that I felt it.
Hmm.
That's all. I didn't need to make a point.
Yeah. And it can detract if some people are scared of the spiritual world being all up in their business, then
Mm-hmm.
it would probably be better not to share too much about that because then
Mm-hmm.
that becomes more of the thing that sticks with them than the message of love and care and support. You made a very wise choice there. Are you sure? Because your grandmother's dead.
Right. Because I am really getting a hit of somebody dead right now. I don't know.
She's wearing an apron. She's got red hair. She's got a wooden spoon like she used to backhand people with it. I don't know which side this is. You can leave that stuff out.
It might be your dad or your mom's mom. I don't know, but someone's wacky. The nice thing is I actually don't get that. So there's the beautiful thing is I never have to edit that out because I don't usually get that much detail. I'm very much a claircognizance person. I'm not a clairvoyance person.
Gotcha.
And you're very clairvoyant. You are very clairvoyant. And
Mhm.
I am way more of the I just know shit.
I used to be, I want to say I used to be much more clairaudient than anything else. Yeah, you really can develop all those other things.
And what I was just before you said that, I
Mhm.
thought, oh, and I am way more clairvoyant since working with you more. I wonder, and I've never thought about it this way, but just having a connection with someone else can enhance your other clairs.
I believe that sitting with another medium, if I'm a portal and you're a portal, when we're together, it's 1 + 1 = 3. When I am with somebody that I'm supporting, not just like everybody, somebody that I'm supporting to, let's say, grow their skills or they're a bit newer at it than I am, they do pick up on more. I think also because I'll pick up on something similar that validates what they're picking up on. And then they're like, oh, so instead of being like, wait, did I really? There's no time lost questioning. The self doubt is lower because you're already
Right.
getting validation. And that certainly helped me. I was mentoring, this was quite a few years ago. She became a friend. She was in my class. And then as she's finishing my class, and it's a long class, so you get connected. And I just had this strong sense to mentor her for a year in mediumship. And I was like, okay, hey, are you into me doing this with you? And she was
Right.
like, totally. That's one of the times when I started doing ego readings again.
Okay.
And anyway, and she did, I don't know how many readings with me. And it was just so much more fun doing it with somebody else. She would start picking up on something and I would get more, or I would start and she'd go, oh yeah, I'm getting this too. Or like I wasn't great in picking up on names. And I'd be like, I think I'm getting an M name. She's, oh yeah, I got that too. And then there we are, like validating moving forward. It was just so much more fun. Even if the other person is newer, but you're giving them more confidence, they're going to keep talking more. They're going to be letting it flow through them better. It's really cool.
You've done that for me. I was talking with Jody, a friend of our mutual friend of ours, and this was a while ago. And she just said, I just wish I could be more like you, Jen, where you just are, you, when you see something, you say it and you just are confident about it. And I said, oh no, that is not me. That's all Noelle. She said, what? And I
Oh,
said, oh no, Noelle has taught me to
oh.
just honor what and hear and feel. I say it now when I'm in circles of like-minded individuals. I don't always do that with everyone.
Neither do I, but I appreciate that acknowledgement. It took a lot for me to be able to do that, but
So if anyone is looking for mentorship, I'm not sure if Noelle is in the game right now, but man, you should reach out to her and ask for some mediumship mentorship or take one of her classes.
what I really want to do is
Ooh.
coaching with exactly this. So the class is great. I love doing the class. But
Hmm.
really, what I did with my friend I was describing, and I've done this with a few other people where I'm basically a coach, but it's not me, Noelle. It's like I'm doing a session. I might have stuff to add, and it's teaching them to enhance the skills they already have and to trust and follow it more. And I was just asking the universe to send me, I want 17 people to coach. I've got
17.
two right now. That's what I
17 is a
want,
lot.
17.
Okay, 17. Let's do it.
Actually, I think it gives me an energetic boost because I enjoy it so much. I'm really passionate about helping people learn to attune and trust their own intuition and mediumship. And I think I would be flying high and really helping people. And there are a few people that I've done that, not just a few, but I've done it with plenty of people, but like a long-term thing. I have two people who I've done that with, and I get the pleasure of being in a group with them on Fridays. And we do all kinds of cool stuff. They get messages from me, I get messages, like we're peers. I'm not teaching them. I might facilitate the exercises more because I receive the exercises, but it's not, oh, good job. It's,
Right.
oh, damn, thank you. That's really great. I needed
Mhm.
that message. There's a learning curve, but then you end up on the same plane. It's beautiful. Thanks for the plug,
That's really a
Janet.
huge gift. Yeah. And I had no idea, by the way. Obviously, I
Oh,
must have,
gotcha.
but
Yeah.
someone popped in and said, I knew you were doing it.
Oh,
Exciting. All right. I feel a lighter energy from you, which makes me happy. Thanks for sharing your sadness today, being vulnerable with us.
yeah. Thanks for letting it be all about me today. This was helpful. Yeah.
It wasn't. The beginning was, and it needed to be. It's
It's
exactly
big.
how it should be.
I got permission
Oh,
from
it
Andrea to
still
talk
is.
about this today because I didn't think
Oh,
I could really focus on
good.
almost anything else. It's good.
Perfect. Keep me posted. Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Thanks for joining us. To access the interview on video, visit our Vagina Whispering channel on YouTube. If you have a topic you'd like to learn about, or if you have a specialist you'd like us to interview, please email us at vaginawhispering@gmail.com. And on a final note, while Noelle Dean is a licensed marriage and family therapist in the state of California, she does not provide any psychotherapy or other licensed healthcare services as the host. Any action you take based on the information contained herein is strictly at your own risk. Please refer to the podcast disclaimer in the show notes for further information.